There we go. There we go. Happy Monday. Moving slow on this Monday. I know you guys are too. How we doing? Welcome back to Game On. This is the Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will, from Game On. And I don't know where Cricket's at. I think Cricket might be yelling at the TV still after the college football playoff announcement yesterday. We will see. I texted him. I'm sure he'll be here in a little bit, but you're stuck with me for now. Good morning, B-Mac. How we doing? Hopelessly persistent. Good morning as well. Over on the YouTube side of things, we got Gas Station Burrito. How we doing? He said, "What? Hail chat. What's up, Will? Good morning. Tubby Tank. How we doing? Good morning. By the way, if you guys tailed those parlays that we did, one of them came through for us last night. That was pretty cool. The one that we said was it was a given. They basically told us this is a winner right here. We had the Jonathan Taylor under. This is why I like doing all those different kind of parlays too, because like something always works out. We had the Jonathan Taylor under. When I made fun of Steps about Michael, what was his name? Michael, the wide receiver for the Cardinals, I've never even heard of. Now I gotta look his name up because it's bugging me. Michael Wilson, still don't know his name. I made fun of Steps because he wanted to bet on a guy named Michael Wilson, who to get 80 yards or whatever, and I've never even heard of the dude. He had 11 catches for 142 and 2 tutties, by the way. And then we just needed Travis Kelce to be old and not get 46.5 receiving yards. And Travis Kelce was old last night, so that was pretty cool. That one came through for us. But we got a lot to talk about today. Guess who's real says boring weekend. Panthers on a bye, but Tampa lost. Sanders likes wearing thongs, and Green Bay still owns the Bears. Chiefs suck, dude. There's a lot to talk about. We've got the Chiefs dynasty. Is it over? We got Shadir Sanders Hall of Fame career or Hall of Fame chances slipping, losing to the Titans. What are we doing? We got a potential NFL scandal with point shaving that happened to happen in Vegas as well. We'll talk about that. We got the college football playoff committee. Oh, the bracket's set. The bowl games are set. My Cougs are playing Utah State and the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. I'm excited about that. Might go to the game. Probably not, though. It's like 2 days before Christmas, so probably a little too busy to go down to Boise. But the committee, I think, got it right. But I'm not going to argue with people about it because it's pointless. It's pointless. It's set. We got some good matchups, a couple rematches. Everyone's all mad that Alabama got in, but hey, here, Alabama play a team that you lost to. Oh, by the way, if you happen to beat them this time, you get to go play Indiana, the number 1 ranked team. Yeah, we got a lot of that stuff to talk about. Man, I don't even know where to start today. I'll probably start with the Chiefs. We'll see when Cricket gets here. I was going to start with college football playoff and just let Cricket rant and rave. But I'll probably start with the Chiefs. I do want to tell you about 2 things. I've been looking at this one. I've been wanting to do this ad for a while, so let's just do it now while I got you guys here. What do you give someone who already has everything? Give them the sound of a perfect sear. Head to mychicagosteak.com/rumble. Use code RUMBLE. Chicago Steak Company, top 2% of beef in America, USDA prime and premium Angus, hand cut by master butchers, the kind of marbling that hits a hot pan and fills the whole house with that smell, that buttery meat goodness. You know the one. Spend $229 on any holiday order, and your gift arrives at your loved one's door with 6 free petite ribeyes plus free shipping. That's $240 in premium steaks, absolutely free. Then there's the unboxing, a black and gold gift box which is worth unwrapping, packed with dry ice, smoke rolling out when they crack it open. Christmas morning energy. It's not just another sweater. It's a dinner that becomes a memory. MyChicagoSteak.com/rumble. make sure to use code RUMBLE, RUMBLE. That sounds good. I went to their website and looked at their stuff. Oh, I'm ordering one today. I am definitely ordering some steaks today because I want that Christmas morning energy here, and I want some good steaks. So I'm gonna go get me one. Good morning, Blue. How we doing? No skins here. Swing from them is here. Good morning. Grass guy's in the house. How we doing, Grass guy? I don't know where Crick's at. I'm pretty sure he's still yelling at the TV. I will say this: I was shocked. I tuned into when we finished up Sports Wars. I tuned into the show after the bracket was announced, and I was expecting and there was some bitching and complaining in there, but Crick did say something nice, and that totally caught me off guard. He was like, Will was saying this. Will was saying you got to punish Notre Dame at some point for not being in the conference. I was like, oh my God, I didn't not have that on my bingo card today. Yeah, you want to see that website real quick? I should have pulled this up while I was doing the ad, but I'll show you right now. My Chicago Steak. What is it? My Chicago Steak. There it is. Oh, baby. You guys want to look at some good steaks? You get 6 free steaks if you buy one of the holiday bundles. If you spend over $229, how about that? That's a good deal. I'll take 6 free steaks. Oh, baby. Free shipping of 6 free ribeyes. Oh, injected into my veins immediately. Look at these. Oh, I was looking at some of these boxes and stuff that you can get. I mean, you got whatever you like, dude. You like beef? You want pork? You want to make some burgers? You want a little surf and turf? That looks good. I'm ordering mine today, by the way. I'm doing it. You should too. It was pretty sweet how the Raiders-Broncos game ended. Dude, we got to talk about that. It's like when you have a sketchy thing that happens. It wasn't sketchy. It was just a dumbass play. But still, when you have something that affects the outcome of the spread like that, and it happens in Vegas of all places, that makes you just kind of scratch your head and say, We gotta start with what we saw most recently, though, and that is the Chiefs, Texans. Once again, I got burned by the Chiefs, which I'm okay. I'm okay with. Chiefs are now 6-7. They're 6-7, right? Is that what the kids do nowadays? 6-7, right? Chiefs are gonna miss the playoffs. Dynasty is over. Andy Reid's getting old. Patrick Mahomes, I don't know what, he just doesn't have that fire in him anymore. There was some questionable stuff going on in this game. Texans get a 20-10 win. No one wants to play the Texans right now. Stroud looked all right, not great. This guy says it's rigged. Don't get me in trouble, dude. Oh, you guys, don't get me in trouble again. I got kicked out. This is why we love Rumble, by the way. Shout out to Rumble. You the real MVP. Didn't kick us off yesterday. YouTube pulled our stream down yesterday. I appealed it. A couple hours later, they said, "Oh, our bad." I'm like, "Yeah, you're bad, man." Now everyone on YouTube didn't get to see all the other stuff that we put out and those parlays we gave out that came through for everyone. Trying to give everyone some extra Christmas money in their pocket. YouTube's spoiling that. That's why you got to follow us over on Rumble at Game On Show. What up, New P? Was that Noop? New P? Oh, come on, man. Let's be nice. Let's be nice in the chat. But the Texans, man. Okay, well, that's gonna get you. That's gonna get you out of here. We don't have time for that nonsense. But yeah, Chiefs. They get shut out. What? They get shut out in the first half, and then you thought, okay, Mahomes comes down. They score a touchdown here. They tie the game up 10-10, and you thought, oh, okay, the Chiefs are going to win this. And then the Texans end up scoring. And then there was some questionable, like, there's 8 minutes left in the game. It's 4th and 1 or 2, 4th and short. They're on their own 30-yard line, the Chiefs are, and they decided to go for it. And I was watching at that point, I was watching the game. I missed the first half. I was just kind of catching up with it on my phone. But you you can tell there's something off with the Chiefs all night. I guess you could say this season. But they'll look like when the Chiefs go for it on fourth down, or when the Chiefs need a play to happen, and they pan the camera over to Patrick Mahomes, you can just tell by the look in his eye that he's going to get that touchdown or whatever they need, or get that first down. Right. Excuse me. Every time they pan the camera over to Patrick Mahomes all game long yesterday, especially in the second half, he didn't look good. He didn't look confident. He was wincing out there. He had that kind of look on your face. You know when you're taking a shit and you're pushing, and then you're in that no man's land where it's like not out, but it's not like it's like halfway out, right? And you're just like, oh God, this is going to be a battle. That's kind of the look he had on his face, you know? It's just something was off. So when they went for it for fourth down there, on fourth down there, I'm like, dude, they're not getting this. I don't see that confidence in Mahomes' eye. Just one eye. I just need to see it in one eye, you know? Not even both eyes. And they don't have it. Something's off this season. It's not like they have a bunch of I mean, yeah, you could say their offensive line was injured. By the way, shout out to God, I don't even know his name, but he had Coog. The Chiefs this should have been a sign that they were gonna lose. The Chiefs started an undrafted lineman out of Washington State, an undrafted rookie lineman out of Washington State. Proud of you, buddy. Hey, Coog. That didn't scare me off this game, by the way. I don't know when I'm supposed to like be nervous when a team is missing half their offensive line, because I swear every time I am nervous about a team missing half their offensive line, that team wins. And then when I'm not nervous about it, that team gets the shit beat out of them. And that's exactly what happened here. I don't know. Something's off with the Chiefs. But I said this yesterday. I tweeted this out. Patrick, and the reason why I'm adding up all these things that picking on Mahomes, the reason why I'm picking on Mahomes this season when it comes to the Mahomes Brady conversation, I've got to just have an arsenal ready. All right, I'm just building it up. I'm writing all these things down, because on the off chance that if Mahomes later in his career ends up winning a couple more Super Bowls, and then dumbasses try to bring up who's the GOAT, Brady or Mahomes, I've got to have all these things ready to remind people. But Mahomes has a chance to do something Brady never did, and that's play in a meaningless game. Tom Brady never took a snap. This is crazy, too. Tom Brady never took a snap where his team was mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. The Chiefs might be eliminated from the playoffs here soon. They can't win their division. They're eliminated from winning their division now, which is crazy. So now they're fighting for a wild card spot, and all the teams in front of them beat them, including the Texans last night. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Kelsey sucks. We needed Kelsey to suck last night, and that was great. But yeah, there's nothing. I don't know what's wrong. It's not like this team is like super injured. I guess they just got old. Bad contracts, old. Kelsey's done. He's a shell of himself. Grass Guy says Mahomes never cheated. Please listen, Grass Guy. Everyone that wins a Super Bowl has cheated in some way. You ain't cheating. You ain't trying. Brady kisses his son on the mouth. Well, I'm never gonna attack a dad for doing whatever, a dad, however they choose to love on their kids. That's between dad and the kids. All right. They're not even the Kansas City Commanders anymore. They're now the Kansas City social workers. Good morning, Jamie. Brady should teach Mahomes how to restructure a contract. Mahomes has a very favorable contract. Just remember, he signed that like 12-year deal back in the day. This is very favorable compared to the contracts that are out now. I mean, what Burrow is like 60 something million a year on the cap. We were all a bit bearish on the Chiefs this season. I didn't expect them to be this bad. I'm enjoying it. I got that. I can't wait for that 8-1 ticket to come through for me on the Chiefs to miss the playoffs. What up over on the Twitch side of things? Sinatra62. Good morning. It looks like Joe Thuney mattered to that line more than they let on, especially in the rush game. Yeah. Thuney's a hell of a player, man. Hell of a player. Some of the stats from last night. I mean, but look at Patrick Mahomes: 14 of 33, 160 yards, no tutties, 3 interceptions. 3 interceptions, sacked twice. I'm surprised he was only sacked twice. Just gross. I needed Xavier Worthy to get in the end zone. That bum. Cream Hunt ended up getting in there for them. It was 10 years for 500 million. Yeah, but I mean, 50 million a year. They extended him, and there was I think 2 years left on his previous contract, so I think it ended up being a 12-year deal. But yeah, they ended up extending him. Let's look it up. But 50 million a year is cheap now for quarterback contracts. So that was Patrick Mahomes. Hold on, contract. Let's look it up. It was a 10-year, $450 million deal. Keeps him in Kansas City until 2031. Let's see. Like, look, Patrick, this is what they can't really restructure this anymore. I mean, his cap hit this year was only 28 million. You got Dak out there, like a cap hit of like 60 million for the Cowboys. So this is half of that. And let's see next year. What's next year? 2026. This is when it starts to go up. Next year, oh God. Yeah, the next 2 seasons is where it gets rough. And then after that, potential out, they're not going to get out of it. But it goes down. But yeah, next year, 78. Maybe they will have to restructure. 78 million against the cap. That is crazy. How much dead money is left after that? Yeah. So he has 105 in dead. I mean, they're not getting rid of Patrick Mahomes, so it's not even worth looking at. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. That is crazy. 78 million. And then look, they even added these a couple extra years of 60 million to man, they're that's crazy. That is crazy. Still, great deal though. Great deal for the Chiefs. Because I mean, in 2028, what is it? The quarterbacks are going to be making like 75, 80 million a year towards the cap. You're still getting them cheap. Burrow will never get a ring at Cincy. Dude, this was the year to do it. Hell, Josh Allen, this is your year. You better win it this year, man. You ain't going to get a better year than this. You ain't going to get a better year than this. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, make sure if you haven't already, smash the like button. Oh, I forgot to do this. So we'll go through the rest of the games. I forgot to do this. My bad. I got to get better at this. Let me drop it in the chat right now. Pin it. It's Christmas time. If you guys are looking to, 1, support the channel, and 2, get you some sweet ass gear. And I mean it. Some sweet gear. Let me drop the link over here. There you go. Head over to our store. The link to it's in the description of the stream. If you click the details and see the whole outline all the way at the bottom is that link that I just posted in there. It'll take you to our store. Go get you some gear. I updated this. These sweatshirts are amazing. If you live anywhere cold, even if you don't live somewhere cold, I gave some to Beardo and whatnot, and they love it down there. It looks like just a plain sweatshirt, and you're like $50 for a sweatshirt, which I don't know if that's actually all that expensive anymore, because I mean everything's so expensive now. But it's this really thick material, But it's not like if you put this thing on, you're going to be sweating if you're not like inside and it's somewhat warm. But like when you go outside, it keeps. I'm up here in Idaho, northern Idaho, and it's cold as hell out, and I can go outside with just this on. Really good sweatshirt. Everyone that's got one loves it. And by the way, if you look at it right here, it looks like the game on is super, super high on it. It's not. It's actually, if you hover over it, it's actually like chest level. We got the hats, shirt. If you're a beanie person, we got that. This is the same sweatshirt as this one. It's just got a different little. It's got the patch instead. But I did add, as requested yesterday, some people wanted some onesies. So we got the onesies in there. We got a little for the kiddos, a little Game On hoodie. There's Game On with the old logo. B-Max says sweats are amazing. I haven't got those yet. Most of these things I've got. They got the Most Pro hat. If you want to be a part of the Most Pro crew, the most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet. And if you want to get something for the missus, you can go down to the Tired Moms Club. Because we all know moms this time of the year, they're very tired. If you click over here on all products, you can see everything. I'm going to add a couple more things, but I believe it's December 14th. If you order for standard shipping, order by December 14th. It'll get to you before Christmas. And I think by December 17th for like expedited shipping and whatnot. But I didn't add any like they were trying to get me to do like Christmas deals and stuff like that of all this BS of like, hey, offer free shipping on this. If you spend this much, do that. And I said, you know what? I don't want people to spend a minimum on this. So what I was able to do was just I was able to get everything knocked down like $5. So I just made the things as cheap as possible. I only make like $3 off of any of these sales. So it's not like I'm not here to make a bunch of money off of it. I just want to, if you guys want to support the show, rep the merch out there, let people, that way people will be like, hey, what the hell is Game On? And then you can get more people over here. So I knocked the prices down as much as I could for you guys on this. I'm not here trying to make like some of these things. People put them out to make like $20 like for a sweatshirt. They'd have this at like 65 where they make like $20 a purchase. That seems crazy to me, man. I'm trying to get you guys a good deal. That's what I'm trying to say. But if you want to support the show, go check out our store. Get you some gear. Will, you got to get some Game On hockey jerseys. Most Pro for the name. Number 1. That's a good idea. I got to find a spot to do that. That would be a good idea. Let's see. 3 minutes before on time, new record. I went live early today because I thought we were going to be screaming and yelling about the college football playoff committee, but I don't know where Crick's at. He must be sleeping in. No Skin says, I'm going to get a beanie hoodie for Chris. Atta baby. Like I said, get it before December 14th. But I appreciate you. Jay Main's back. He said, y'all back on YouTube. Stop the bullshit. I appealed it, Jay Main. I appealed it, and they granted us the appeal. Good morning, Princess.
My bad.
I figured, dude. I've
been awake like 7 minutes.
Dude, you're good. You're good. I actually remember to shill our website, so that's what I was doing the last couple minutes.
Okay, cool. We love that.
That sweatshirt, even if you live somewhere where it's warm, that sweatshirt's worth every penny.
Yeah, man. I got mine on right now.
Atta baby.
That's right. We playing that.
He's got this one right here.
Yeah, that one. I got that one on.
Yeah, same as this, just different logo and whatnot.
It's the best hoodie I've ever grown, man.
Dude, yeah, no doubt. I have a couple of them because I think they're amazing. Obviously, I live up somewhere where it's cold. And then, two, the thing I love is you wash that thing. I've washed mine like 20, 30
mine's
times.
mine's been washed 25 times now. Still fits like a green.
Yeah.
Yep. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
You see John Gruen talks about how to do the college football playoff. I saw a clip of it. I didn't really see the whole thing. But yeah.
My dad sent it to me. I haven't seen it yet. He said it's
everyone's got an opinion on that. So far, what I've covered is Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs dynasty dead. Over. I didn't know if you had any take on the game last night. This is The biggest takeaway I got from last night was when they went for that fourth down, or like 8 minutes left in the game, and they didn't need to, right? It was a tie game. They didn't need to. They could have punted away. I was shocked the cold weather wasn't more to their advantage. But when they went for that fourth down, in years past, when the camera pans onto Mahomes, you could just see the look in his eyes, right? They're gonna get it, right? They're gonna get that touchdown. They're gonna get that whatever they need. Mahomes is gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
When they panned to Mahomes last night, he didn't look good. He wasn't confident. He was wincing. He looked like when you're taking a shit and it's halfway out and you're in no man's land because it ain't coming out, but it ain't going back in, and you're just like, oh shit, this is gonna be a battle. It's kind of like what his face looked like oh shit, I don't know if I'm getting this. This is gonna be a struggle for the next few minutes.
Yeah, I think the luster is worn off that team.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's safe to say that. I mean, they're not going to make the playoffs. They're not.
I know. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I mean, you cash that ticket right now, and damn,
everyone's like, no one saw this coming. Excuse me.
I'm like, somebody did.
I tried telling you in August.
Try begging them to pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're done, man.
It was wild, dude. It's wild.
I won't say the dynasty's dead or whatever.
No,
because I don't know. I mean, Patrick Holmes is going to play a couple more years. Andy Reid's probably going to coach a couple more years. So we'll see. But
Reid's pushing. He's about to be 70. You know.
Yeah, some of them guys coaching. I mean, hell, what Belichick coached till he's 75 or something, still coaching.
Yeah. All I got to say is, Crick, I don't know when I'm supposed to like be afraid of a team having like their offensive line out, like multiple offensive linemen. Because I swear every time I get afraid of it and I fade it, that team is like it doesn't matter. And then like last night, I'm like, oh, I don't care that I don't care. The Kansas City Chiefs are starting an undrafted rookie lineman from Washington State. Shout out, here, Cook.
Hey, Cook.
That should have been the red flag for me last night. But I'm like, I don't care, dude. It doesn't seem to matter. And then last night it seemed like it mattered. This seems weird because it's not like they have major injuries or anything like that. It's just they're off and they're kind of old. I mean, obviously Kelsey's just a shell of himself out there.
An absolute shell, dude. An absolute shell. He's been to me concerts and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Texas pretty good football though.
They are, yeah. Well, I heard Bill Simmons saying, I don't want us to slip up and get the 2 seed and then us first round host the Texans. Like no one wants to play the Texans right now. And I'm like, I ain't scared of it. I don't think Bill remembers we beat the whole AFC South already. We already won that division this year.
Yep.
I think it was that the NFC South we won. I think we won the AFC South too, didn't we? Let me see. Because I'm pretty sure didn't we beat Houston already? Maybe no. Oh, okay, no, never mind. We didn't play Houston this year. It was the NFC South. Okay, maybe I should be a little nervous about it then. Either way, I'm not. Because we're gonna
NFC South, not AFC South. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, Crick. I don't know. This team, it kind of feels good. I'm not gonna lie. It feels good that we got some new blood. Do you know the playoffs are pretty much already set? It's just kind of like what order?
Yeah. Yeah, you pretty much got the teams that are going to be there now. You just got to figure out which way you're going to have to cycle.
The only team we don't know is it going to be the Steelers or is it going to be the Ravens? Right now, it's the Steelers with the win yesterday. But other than that, the teams are pretty much set, which is kind of crazy that it's this early in the season and it's already kind of set.
It's always usually playing down, through Christmas time anyway. You got some battles going on. It feels weird to have all those teams set already.
Yeah, I guess the other one would be the Bucks and Panthers. Whoever they play 2 out of 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah. What else was I going to say about that game? I don't know what else there is to say. I'm not shocked by this. I kind of like it. Feels good. I am. I come in here every week and I pick on Patrick Mahomes. And I do it, Crick, because I need to. I'm writing all this stuff down and saving it in my arsenal because I need every argument I can have just in case something happens in the next few years. And when Patrick Mahomes gets to the final years of his career and if he somehow wins another couple Super Bowls, and the Brady Mahomes debate comes back up, I've got to have all this stuff ready, because I'm going to slap that people will do it. They'll start comparing them again. If Mahomes wins 2 more Super Bowls or something, right? They'll start saying all these things. Patrick Mahomes has a chance to do something that Tom Brady never did, Crick. He has a chance this season to play a meaningless football game. Tom Brady never took a snap where his team was mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, which is insane when you say that out loud and think about it.
That's really crazy.
Yeah.
That's a really crazy stat. That man played for 2 damn decades and never took a snap when his team was eliminated from playoffs.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's just fucking wild.
Golly, dude. That's insane.
How you doing this morning, though? I forgot. I kind of glossed over that. How was the weekend?
It was all right, man. It was all right, I guess. The committee screwed everything up yesterday. Everything.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that. We'll save that one. I did say so at the end. It was Beard and I hosting the end of Sports Wars because Ryan's laptop died on him, and we were watching it. We ended the show watching the release, and so when we ended the show, I was like, "Oh, I bet you they're just cussing up a storm over there." And so we tuned into your channel real quick and watched, and I was shocked. That I did not have this on my bingo card. When I tuned in, this is what I hear. I hear you say, Will called this. He said, if there's ever a year to punish Notre Dame for not being in a conference, this is it. And I was like, holy shit. I was not expecting that. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I got you, man. I got you. I remember you saying that. And I feel like we were all three, me, Grass Guy, and Steps. I feel like we were all three kind of in shock there. I feel so bad for Steps, dude.
Yeah.
What a day for Steps yesterday.
Oh, God, I know.
Brutal, man. Notre Dame.
We got to talk about that. Real quick. Daniel Jones ends up, he's playing with a broken leg, and then the other leg, he ruptures his Achilles. What is it with Indiana teams right now, Crick? You had the Pacers go on that little run, and then Halliburton pops his Achilles. You had Caitlin Clark didn't ruin her Achilles, but she did something with her knee where she missed the second half of the season. Now you got Daniel Jones. I'm telling you right now, they better lock away old Indiana's quarterback before these playoffs come around, because there's something in the water there, man.
Mendoza, yeah.
Wrap
him up. Yeah, dude, I don't know. There's something to all that stuff where you got, because I mean, once again, it was the opposite leg of the one that's supposed to got the broken fibula on or whatever.
That's how it happens, though, because you
put too much stress on that other side, man, and it winds up popping.
Which I don't know how. I mean, he's just playing football out there. It's not like that's so super stressful on your body.
Man, I can't believe that. I hate that for that guy. I hate that for that team. I hate that for Steps. That one did kind of bum me. I never like to see anybody go down like that, man. You know,
that cost him what, $100 million?
Probably,
because he's not going to get the contract that he was going to get. Now he's got to recover for 9 months, and who knows what he's going to look like.
Yeah, not now, and especially when you don't know what you're going to get out of the guy coming back off the Achilles and stuff like that, man. Yeah, it's brutal. Like I said, I don't ever want to see anybody get hurt like that. Like, it even made me sick to my stomach when I watched Deshaun Watson go down with his last year, and I don't like that guy worth a damn. But I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But I hate that for Daniel Jones so bad. And I just thinking about Steps for a little bit, his like little 2-hour window there where Notre Dame gets left out and then Daniel Jones goes down. I did bet Daniel Jones for a pick yesterday at even money, and he wound up throwing it before he got out of there.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I didn't rub it in Steps' face. I didn't message him, tag him in anything. I did say some shit on X, but of course I'm going to do that. But I didn't tag him in anything. I knew he was going to be down in the dumps. I have some sympathy because I'm a Coug fan, right? Mm-hmm. I think the funniest thing I saw yesterday was the Cougs account tweeted out that the Cougs got robbed and that conference championships don't matter anymore.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
I started to say that Cougs thing could probably beat James Madison, but that ain't true. We played that game just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, well, it was close.
It was close. That's what I'm saying. Your Cougs went to their stadium and kept that game close, but we're going to put that team in the playoff.
Yeah.
God almighty.
Yeah. What? Just because we lost our coach and maybe offensive coordinator and or defensive coordinator who was supposed to be interim coach for the bowl game. What? I mean, Ole Miss lost theirs and you didn't punish them. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah. They don't even have a conference title.
No. I mean, come on now. It's okay. We got the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. We're taking on Utah State, baby. Let's go. I wish it was after Christmas. I would go to the game because it's just down in Boise. But it's like on the 22nd. It's like a Monday before Christmas, which that ain't gonna work.
No,
for me. One, I'd have to get off work, and Monday before Christmas is crazy at the pharmacy and whatnot. We're gonna get into these games, and I'm gonna tell you about the parlay. I think you left before we gave out this parlay. We all tailed a parlay. We had 3 of them. One of them came through for us.
Which one did?
I'll tell you that here in a second. But first, I want to tell you about King K9.
Tell me about King K9.
Do you have a senior dog or cat with joint pain? An active dog that's slowing down due to arthritis? Have you noticed your pets get nervous in the car or during a thunderstorm or fireworks? Then this is a great opportunity to try Tucker's Gold. This veterinarian recommended award-winning and proven product is so carefully formulated to ease your dog during anxious moments and to help reduce inflammation and help soothe sore, achy joints. Made with ashwagandha, turmeric, and our award-winning CBD blend, this is easily one of the best options to enhance your pet's well-being and overall health. King K9, celebrating 10 years of veterinarian recommended and approved award-winning natural pet products with only one goal in mind: your pet's health. Go check them out. Scan that QR code. Click the link here. Go check this out. Take care of your pup. Get that Tucker's Gold.
Booyah.
Yeah, the parlay we hit yesterday, I think it was like somewhere around plus 450, plus 500. So made up for the other 2 we lost. It was
Stroud.
It was Jonathan Taylor under his rush yards, which we said was a lock, especially after they took us down of YouTube. By the way, they let us back on. I won the appeal, so that was good.
That's good. Should have.
So Jonathan Taylor under his rush yards, easy winner. We had this is the one Steps gave us, and he goes, Michael Wilson over like 79.5 receiving yards. And I go, who the hell is Michael Wilson?
Did I bet him for a touchdown yesterday?
Look at this guy. He's been doing all this stuff. And I was like, I'm not betting on a guy named Michael Wilson that I've never even heard of. And then eventually I'm like, you know what, Steps, we're going to trust you on this one. So we trust him. That guy had like 140 yards and 2 tutties.
I bet him for a touchdown. I wish I had bet him first tutty.
God, yeah. So so we got him. And then it came down to all we needed was Travis Kelce to be old in that cold weather and not go over 46.5 receiving yards. He had 8. Dude, that was a nice little winner.
I had so many bullshit 2 out of 3 parlays yesterday. Cortland Sutton's dead to me. Broncos and the Raiders dead to me. CJ Stroud dead to me. Jonathan Cooper dead to me. God almighty, the list goes on and on.
You want to hear something sad? You know that contest, the points added stuff that I'm been in the mix in?
Yeah.
One of my teams yesterday was the Commanders.
That's not good.
They got a bid back 0.
Yeah, that's not good.
How the hell do you put up 0 with JJ or with Jaden Daniels coming back? 0, Crick? You can't even get me a
he didn't play long, did he?
Garbage. Did he come out of the game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that elbow or something.
I didn't get to see much of the first half of the games, or the morning games.
Yeah,
but yeah, dude. Still, even with Mariota in there, I'm like, how do you not get a garbage time touchdown? Just give me 7. Give me something.
Yeah, get anything on there.
God, that pissed me off. So I'm gonna have to. I need a miracle. I need the Chargers tonight to get 28 at least, just to kind of salvage something. That's my other team this week.
I bet Chris Jones for a sack last night, plus 188.
He's a bum.
He got a sack.
Okay, but he's still a bum.
He's still a bum, but he got a sack.
He's a bum. Yeah. So we'll see how that contest goes for me. That kind of sucked, but there was something I was going to tell you just now. What was it? I don't know. We'll run through the games and I'll probably remember it. What time are we at? Oh, we're good. We got plenty of time. This is 2 weeks in a row, Crick, where I felt so sharp in the first half of a play, and then it was a special teams or defensive play to start the second half that ruins my bet. My best bet of the week, doesn't matter how much closing line value I got, Falcons plus 8.5, didn't matter. We're tied 6-6 at half. I'm feeling so sharp, and the Seahawks returned the kickoff to start the second half, and it was over.
Yeah, over, dude. That was a pretty crazy kickoff return, too. We were waiting on that Shaheed touchdown.
I just kept checking the scores. Like I said, I was out running errands yesterday, so I didn't get to see these. I didn't get to see much of the first half of the Sunday Night Football game, which it didn't look like I missed much because it was a lot of punting. But get this story real quick. This is what I was going to tell you. So my wife texted me yesterday, or I get back from running errands, and she tells me, she goes, "Hey, we're going to go see Santa at Cabela's, okay? We're taking the kids, free photos and whatnot. We're doing that tonight at 5:30. And I'm like, 5:30? Huh, okay. Sunday Night Football, Chiefs, Texans, whatever. You know, who cares? Who cares? Whatever. So we go. It's 5:30. We're there with all my kids. And I go, it's 5:30. Let's head over to the Santa Land spot and go get the photos. She's like, well, we're waiting for my parents. And I'm like, but you said our appointment's at 5:30. And she's like, well, we're meeting my parents here at 5:30. The appointment's at 5:45. I'm like, oh God. Well, they're late.
Imagine that.
Just kidding. So we get there at 5:45. Santa's not out there. The thing's got the little thing. I mean, Santa Land's there, but the thing's like the rope's up. There's no one around. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So we call over the attendant. And we're like, where the hell's Santa? I'm like, Santa went home for the night. And we're like, my wife's like, we have an appointment at 5:45. And so this lady scrambled around trying to get people on the walkie-talkie. Mind you, it's Sunday night, right? I feel bad.
Yeah.
She's like, no, Santa's gone. They're all gone.
They already flew back to the North Pole for the night.
Yeah, they got presents to make and shit, you know?
They do.
And, they got a tight deadline coming up. I'm sitting there, my wife's like pulling up her thing. She's like, look, I got an appointment, blah, blah, blah. And I go over to my wife and I go, hey, Court, what's the date on that appointment? And she goes, oh, Monday, December 8th.
Oh, no. How far is this drive?
Oh, it's like 15 minutes.
Okay, that ain't bad, dude.
No, but it's like my wife felt so bad for the kids. She felt so bad. She was beating herself up all last night. I'm like, dude, the kids are having a blast. They're running around the store looking at the fish and stuff. I'm like,
yeah, they go back to see Santa tonight, man. It'd be all right.
She felt bad because out of all the kids, there was only one that really understood what we were doing. And Ace was so depressed and like upset that we weren't seeing Santa after getting all hyped up.
We'll see him today.
Like, it's mom's fault. Blah, blah, I'm sorry. And she's like, God, at least it was only one kid. Because if all the other kids understood what we were seeing, that we were supposed to see Santa, they probably all hate me today. I'm like, dude, quit beating yourself up. It's fine. I'm going to go see him. So then she's like, well, I guess we're coming back tomorrow. And I'm like, listen, I gave up Sunday Night Football to come do this. Now you want me to give up Monday Night Football after working all day? I ain't doing it.
I was thinking now you get to miss Monday Night Football too.
And she's like, fine, I'll take the kids myself. And I'm like, okay. So you know what I get to do tonight, Crick, after the sports show? I get to sit back, relax, and get in that van and go
see Santa Claus. That's what you get to do.
Because I know if I stay here, I'm going to be in so much trouble.
That's right. He said, "Oh, I love Court." There you go. That's right, man. Yeah, you better get your ass down there to see Santa.
Yeah, so we're going to see Santa tonight at Cabela's, 5:40. And then she goes, well, I better, that's another thing. You can tell we have 5 kids because she's like, oh shit, I better make our appointment for tonight. And I'm like, Court, you already have an appointment. That's how we got in this situation. And she's like, oh shit, you're right.
That's how we're here. Oh, well, good luck to you with Santa tonight, man.
Oh, I know, dude. I know. Jane Daniels is built like a soggy breadstick. Ugh.
Not wrong. Gas station burrito.
Dude, I felt so happy for my buddy Cole. What a freaking game. Bills Bengals. He was at this game.
He was there?
Yeah, I was supposed to go. He'd been begging me all summer to like, hey, dude, I got a ticket for you to the game. You just buy the flight. We fly out there. We go to the game. It's going to be so fun. Bengals, Bills. I'm like, dude, I can't commit to that because it's right around the holidays, and I already had like those trips planned. Like I was going down to Florida and all this other stuff, and I'm like, and I don't know, like I got to spend a bunch of money on my tooth and whatnot. So I didn't go, but he ended up going. Sent me some crazy photos of tailgating with those fools. Like it was just a good time. But I'm so glad not only that the Bills got the win for him, but it was electric. This game was a tale of two halves, Crick. Burrow comes out and they just dominate the first half, up 21-11. And I was quite shocked by I guess I'm not too shocked that the Bengals looked good. Like I'm not surprised that they had a chance to win that game, but I thought this was everyone's favorite underdog to win yesterday, and they end up getting the cover. I'll give them that. They screwed me by the hook. But yeah, dude, the Bengals looked good. It came down to the fourth quarter. The Bills scored 3 touchdowns in less than 5 minutes of game clock.
Yeah, I wanted to know what happened there. I was like, that happened pretty fast.
Yeah, so we're like 6 minutes. We're like 6.
They're up by 5.
Yeah, so we're like 6 minutes of game clock left, and I think Josh Allen on a 3rd and short or 4th and short or something like that ends up scrambling and runs it in from 25 yards out. It was pretty cool watching the snow game, and everyone's slipping and sliding out there. So Josh Allen runs it in. Now what? The Bills are just down like 4 or something like that with like 5 minutes left in the game. Burrow gets the ball back, immediately starts driving down the field, and you're like, oh God, they're gonna put this game away. Burrow gets the snap, goes to throw a screen pass, like swing route screen pass thing, and he tries to just put a little touch on it, and the defensive end, Crick, makes an amazing play. I kid you not, it was not that long after it released from Burrow's hand that this defensive end just snags it out of the air and runs the other way for a touchdown.
What a play.
And now the Bills are up 3.
What a play.
And then Burrow throws another interception, and the Bills get the ball back after that interception, score again. And the game's over, but of course Burrow had to come down and get the cover for everyone because that's what Joe Burrow does. Oh my God. I was looking at it and I almost bet it T. Higgins to get 2 touchdowns. I had him for 1 touchdown. The second touchdown T. Higgins had, he had I don't know how it wasn't PI. He had this arm right here wrapped up with the defender. He's in the end zone and he just pulls that ball in one-handed and flips over to the defender as they're wrestling to the ground. And it was an amazing, amazing catch. But yeah, Bills get the win 39-34. Fun game, dude.
I had the over. We love it.
Never a doubt.
Never a doubt. We love it. I felt like they were going to stall out there looked like they were going to for a little bit.
Well, yeah. I mean, you had the James Cook fumble in this game that kind of like gave the Bengals their lead in the first half. But good fight by the Bills. I was really hoping the Bengals won because that would really help solidify us for the division. Now we could still lose the game next week and win the division, but it would have been a little bit easier had the Bills lost this one. But
yeah, would have been no sweat for you there.
Now I get to sweat out next week.
I guess the Bengals dead to rights now, huh?
Yeah, I mean the best they can finish 8-9, and that's not going to get you in,
No.
I need Burrow to play next week, though. I need him not to give up on the season, which I don't think he will, because if I'm ever going to come back in this points thing, I'm playing the Bengals against the Ravens next week.
After that speech he gave a couple weeks ago, I think he's playing if he's healthy.
Yeah, and by the way, Kincaid played, no interception for Allen.
It's a lock.
Yeah.
It's a lock, dude. If the Don Kincaid does not play for the Bills, you bet Josh Allen for an interception. If he does play, you bet him no interceptions.
Well, technically, it's if he's on the field. So you got to get risky of hoping he's not on the field for a couple plays offensively.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they take him out, put Dawson Knox in there.
No, I'm serious. When he's been off the field, not off the field, he's thrown.
Why do you think that is, dude?
I don't know.
He's got to be trying to fit it in some window or something, run some different schemes, or maybe those other tight ends just ain't as athletic as Kincaid and they can't get open like he does or something, man. But there's something to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is something to it. It's crazy. Yeah, that catch was nuts. But yeah, good win there. Grass guy was giving me shit yesterday. How's it feel that Shadur has more 300-yard passing, 300-yard games than Drake May? And I go, well, Drake May has never thrown for 300 yards and lost a game, so we got that going for us.
It's true.
Dude, Shadur's like everyone's like, oh, we got to bet his unders on his yards. I'm like, you can't, because all he does is throw those stupid freaking screen routes to Junkins and stuff, and that guy takes it 50 yards. Like it's not.
Yeah, that's another thing
like
I was noticing with Caleb Williams yesterday. I was like, why do I keep betting this guy for a pick when he doesn't throw it more than 5 yards down the damn field? And then he threw one on the last play of the game.
Dude, that game. Oh man, I really was rooting for the Bears there. Never again will I do that. He actually had that guy. He had him. If he didn't do as much touch, I understand why. First of all, I think he should have just ran and picked up the first down.
That's what I thought he should have done.
But I mean, when you had a guy, he had his guy had the defender beat, but Caleb just put a little too much touch on it.
Yeah, he did. He tried to. Yeah, he had him beat by 3 steps if he just lays it over in the bucket. But yeah, he tried to loft it up there, let do time to recover.
Yeah, great defensive play there. But yeah, the Titans get their second victory of the season, which knocked a whole bunch of people out of Survivor. Man, I was shocked by this. Myles Garrett only got 1 sack in this game. Titans 31-29. What do we try telling everyone, Crick? When a total is set that low at 33.5, you always bet the over in the first half. It's a guaranteed lock.
Yeah, maybe y'all told him I was all over the under this thing. Maybe y'all told him I didn't.
But not much there. I mean, Titans got the win. No one
discussed the game either way. I can't believe that many points got put up in that game though.
Snow game, dude. It wasn't really a snow game. It was a little weather game, but
I just can't believe they put up that many points. I wouldn't think if it was 74 and sunny they could do that.
Grass guy says that game was rigged.
Hey, I'll tell you what game's fucking rigged. The damn Broncos and the Raiders.
Good morning, Coco. Go Bills. Dude, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
That's what was rigged.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Vikings shut out the Commanders, 31-0 win there, man. This one just makes me so mad. I don't know why I decided to pick the Commanders. I mean, granted, I understand why I did when I'm looking at it and like the teams available I had this week. I mean, the other one I could have played was the Bucks, but like they only put up 20. But I guess I didn't expect the Commanders to get shut out like that. Jaden Daniels coming back didn't really matter. I should have saved the Commanders for when they played the Cowboys on Christmas or something. But like, because I'm like, okay, Jaden Daniels, maybe I should give him a couple games. But we've seen all these quarterbacks come back. Look at Burrow come back and puts up a bajillion points and yards. So I'm not scared by it. And the time I'm not scared by it is when I get bit in the ass.
Yeah, the only thing that scared me is Brian Flores' defense against him.
I thought that team had given up though after last week.
It looked like they had the way they got beat last week. NFL's so weird though, dude.
Oh, that's the other thing too, dude. I know no one cares about fantasy, but I gotta tell you a fantasy thing.
Fantasy thing. I still care
one in our dynasty league. Shadur's on my bench, and he got like 40 points. It doesn't matter. I'm out of that one. But that one, Crick. Why is it every time when it looks like this league that we're in that you won last year that I could have potentially won this year? Now it doesn't look like it. How come every time you play a guy when he's got 4 dudes? Like he's got Christian McCaffrey on by. Well, he's got McCaffrey on by, Kittle, May, Wan'Dale Robinson. He put Gainwell on his bench. I'm feeling good. And of course, this guy has to pick up a bunch of people. He picked up Kyle Pitts this week, and Kyle Pitts ended up giving him 15 points. Why is it every time you play a guy that's got nobody and it's like, and you got your guys, and you're like, oh, I'm going to be just fine.
God, and he had NTN too.
Yeah, and meanwhile, I got a Buka that just can't do anything anymore. I'm like, what are we doing?
Man, we got to yell at that guy, get Lamar Jackson and Drake May.
It's that 8-man league.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people available in that league.
People dropped Lamar after one. He got injured.
You can only have like 15 people too, so the waiver wire is always lit in that league.
Yeah. I thought I was sharp by benching Ashton Genty for RJ Harvey, which I was, but it didn't matter because my wide receivers didn't do shit. Bowers and McBride were all right, but nothing amazing.
Yeah.
Jason Myers gets him 14 points. Just disgusting.
Is Riley Leonard going to be the quarterback for the Colts now?
Going forward, yeah.
Man, at least Steps got him a Notre Dame guy in there.
We should have bet a couple weeks ago. We should have bet. Colts missed the playoffs at 8-1 when they were like 8-2.
And we got word that his leg was broken.
Yeah, we should have done it there. That would have been the spot.
Yeah,
oh well, I had the Jags yesterday, so it didn't really matter.
Poor Colts fans.
Dude, Jacksonville's going to be the 2 seed. If they beat Denver, they'll be the 2 seed. I'm rooting for them to beat Denver, so that knocks Denver out of the 1 seed. But if they beat Denver, they've got like the Jets and like Titans left.
That's a pretty good football team.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
they're starting to get leads and hang on to them.
They're scoring a bunch of points. They're playing well defensively, holding teams under a low clip. You got a quarterback out there that's confident on turning the football over. You've established a running game. Now you got Jacoby Myers in the trade deadline, and that guy's filling in admirably down there. I mean, I like Brian Thomas Jr., the young guy. The Strange, the tight ends, kind of coming to the offense. Jaguars look good, dude.
Dude, the chat over on Sports Wars, we're talking about the Beardo curse, and Beardo's like, I'm not cursed, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh boy, the Beardo curse is real with that Zach Ertz. That might be a career ender, dude. It wasn't like he was young.
He was texting. Yeah, I know. He's like 35. He was texting me, and he was like, rest in peace, Zach Ertz, anytime. And I was like, yeah, bud, that's awful for him, but that damn thing's been dead to rights for a while now. Y'all just keep betting it blindly. I hated to see that, though. You think that's a dirty hit?
No, I think it was a football play.
Man, I see everybody out there, and everybody's saying it's a dirty hit and all this stuff. I think we're playing football right there, dude.
It's like every time Gronk got his knees taken out.
That's what I'm saying. That you, for one, if you're a DB and you've got to hit a tight end, the tight end's usually twice the size of you because that guy's usually 6'4", 6'5", 260, and the DB's usually about 6 foot, 180 pounds. So, yeah, you got to kind of pack some punch to take that guy down right there. I didn't think that was a dirty hit. I feel like everybody's giving this guy a bunch of shit and stuff like that. Obviously, he didn't want to do that. I don't think he was trying to hurt Zach Ertz. He was trying not to hurt himself by playing football. You know, and I have a problem with everybody calling that a dirty hit and like calling that guy out and saying he's a piece of shit and all this stuff when I think he was just doing his job.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. Dolphins get a 34-10 win over the Jets. I said this a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you remember. I said I think the Dolphins are going to go on a little run here. And yet I still don't pick them to win. I didn't bet this game. I just picked the Dolphins or the Jets in our contest and stuff like that I'm in. I thought the Jets would win this game. Something happened to Tyrod Taylor because we got a guy named Cook that finished the game.
Why in the fuck do we keep betting our money on the New York Jets?
Like I said, I didn't put my money on them. I just put my picks.
I put my money on them, and I put my money on the Atlanta Falcons. What are we doing?
I know. We just love pain.
Totally.
I told you yesterday it was going to be an upset week this week in the
How
NFL.
we always manage to pick the wrong upsets.
That's what I'm saying. I picked the fucking wrong upsets. Like I wanted so badly. You know this. I was calling it all week to pick the Saints on the money line, and that also knocked people out of Survivor. I wanted to pick the Saints so bad, and the Todd Bowles led record against rookie QBs is what kept me away from it. But the Saints get a 24-20 win over your Bucks. We got to have a serious conversation. Is Tyler Shuck the best quarterback in this draft class?
No. I don't think any of them are that good.
I mean,
I'll tell you how we know not any of them are that good. The fact that we're talking about that guy possibly being the best one.
He had 2 rushing touchdowns yesterday, dude.
I know.
Impressive ones, too, dude. It wasn't just like tush pushes.
One of them was like 32 yards or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. Diving into the end zone, taking licks.
I mean, way to be a gamer, dude. Go down there, get a win for your team. Put the franchise on your back. This is more about how in trouble the Bucks are than what Tyler Shuck did. Bucks are in trouble.
I mean, the Bucks can't do anything offensively. I know it was a sloppy game, but still, that you're home. You should expect that.
Mm-hmm. You got to.
Luckily for the Bucks, it comes down to them and Carolina when they play those last 2 games. So
I don't know if that's lucky for us.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like you
control your own destiny. But Carolina looks like a better football team than we do right now.
Yeah. What a week for them to have a bye week too.
No shit.
Jaguars 36-19 win over the Colts. We talked about Daniel Jones ruptured his Achilles. He's done for 9 months. Brian Thomas Jr. after a disappointing season, decided to show up yesterday.
Had him a game.
ETN, 74 yards, 2 tutties. I mean, this team is rolling.
They're rolling right along, and there was something to them pulling us down yesterday. We knew after we started talking about them Jaguars and stuff like that. And they said, "Oh man, they know a winner. They found a winner right here." I did go blindly bet the Jaguars after that.
Yeah,
I was leaning Colts too.
Yeah, they you know what's hilarious about all this? They gave up all that draft capital to draft Travis Hunter, and it doesn't even matter.
No, no, it doesn't matter. I mean, it may wind up working out on the road, but
at least this season. I told you this is the one upset that I got right yesterday. I said, dude, there's just something funny about this series between these teams. No one wants to bet the Steelers right now, and the Steelers get a win. It was close down the stretch, but the Steelers get 27-22 victory over the Ravens. They're back in first place in that division. I sold out my contracts. I had contracts on Steelers to win that division. I sold out yesterday at like 60 cents just because who knows what's going to – I don't trust these Steelers, but I took my profit and ran. Aaron Rodgers looked good yesterday.
I guess. I broke
DK Metcalf, 7 catches, 148 yards. That's how you know the Steelers are going to win. Does DK have a good game? That's the only guy that catches passes for them.
Hell, a few people had a good game yesterday, did they? For them, DK got some fantasy points. Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh yeah. Everyone got a touchdown yesterday and whatnot, but other than DK. But like, it's literally those two running backs and DK.
That's it. You'll have a Freiermuth sighting about once every 2 months.
Did you see that play that Rodgers made where he threw the ball, it got batted in the air, and he went fighting for that thing?
Rodgers?
Yeah, dude, he was – so he goes to throw it. It gets batted in the air. He's sandwiched in this pile. And being 40-something years old, you could understand if he did a Cam Newton and just didn't try to do anything, you know? But that ball's in the air. He catches his own pass and wrestles with the defender down to the ground, takes a shot. The defender ends up getting the ball, and it was ruled a turnover, but they went and reviewed it. When Rodgers grabbed it, his knee was on the ground. So technically he had possession, knee on the ground, and it ended up not being a turnover.
Just means more, baby.
Dude, that was the difference in the game, because if they would have turned the ball over right there, even though they had to lead, Ravens would have had the ball on their own, like on the Steelers 30.
He can go make a play like that, but he can get butt hurt at his buddy for pushing him down, celebrating a touchdown. Yeah. You remember when he did that a couple weeks ago?
I mean, let's be honest, Greg. You had a 300-something pound guy on you.
Oh, whatever. You're excited. You just threw a touchdown in the NFL. We scored. Have a little.
Well, he said he went over afterwards and like told him, like, "Hey, man,
you know, like
pissed off I get you're excited, but I'm 40 years old out here. I don't need you to jump on my back,
man."
Coco said he actually got rushing yards too, dude. Yeah, he got a rushing touchdown.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron with a rushing touchdown. Let's go, bro.
Yeah.
I did not have that on the bingo card. There was somebody else. I think there was another quarterback yesterday that got a bullshit rushing touchdown or something. If we'd have parlayed those together. Ooh, if you'd got Tyler Shuck 2+ rushing touchdowns, Aaron Rodgers 1+ rushing touchdown, that'd have paid well.
Yeah. Oh God, dude, Tyler Shuck 2+. You just needed that. That would have been 100-1 or something. Beardo's Trevor Lawrence rushing touchdown 8-1 did not come through.
Okay.
Sorry, Beardo. Broncos 24-17 win over the Raiders. This is the one we got to talk about.
This motherfucking game, dude.
Dude, this is why people think things are scripted and rigged or whatever.
I'm not betting on Vegas teams anymore.
So why this was significant was because, and now this was just a dumbass. I think it was the correct call. It was just a dumbass play by the defender. You're up 10. So here's what happened for those that you missed it. The Broncos are up 10. The spread is like 7.5, 8.5, whatever. The Broncos are going to cover the game, no matter what number you got.
It's 24-14.
Yeah. The Raiders are driving down the field.
Too.
Yeah. That was the other thing, was the under.
No, you got both of them in the same play.
The Raiders are driving down the field. They complete a seam route or something like that. The guy gets tackled inbounds. There's 8 seconds left. The Raiders can't stop the ball. They're not going to run up in time to get another playoff. The game's over. But the Broncos' dumbass defensive back, while the guy's getting up, tries to like pull the ball out of his hands or something like that and gets a delay of game penalty, which I thought was the right call. I'm just like, why is that guy? The game's over, dude. Just walk away.
Why does that matter right there?
Yeah, why are you trying? Like, you're gonna win. You know,
Why
even
are
if
you
they
trying to
score a
pull the ball
touchdown.
out? Why are we making that call? Why is all
Well, the
that
call was
even
the correct
relevant?
call.
I
The
mean,
call was the
correct
correct
call.
call.
Y'all ever wants the correct call, so if you made the correct call, good job.
But so what happens is there's 5 seconds left now, and the Raiders are like, well, let's kick this
There
field
was
goal,
3
and then
seconds left.
it was 5.
3, 5, enough. God Almighty, get the game over with.
So the Raiders are thinking we're gonna kick this field goal, then we're gonna get an onside kick and do a Hail Mary, and I'm like, there's not enough time to do all of that, like, because if
There's
you
not time to do anything. The game is over.
so the Raiders kick a field goal, and then time expires, which there probably could have been 1 second left on it, but either way, time expires. The Raiders make the field goal. They get the
Covers
cover, and
7.5, puts it over by a hook with all the money on the Broncos and the under.
yeah,
Yeah, that don't smell funny. I'm not betting on Vegas teams anymore. I think the shit's shady.
I think what makes it look worse is that this was a Vegas team.
It always happens with these stupid fucking Vegas teams.
Yeah, there's no reason to kick that field goal. I agree. Although I understand what they were trying to do, but I'm looking at the clock. I mean, there's no time left for them to, like, even if there was 1
I
second left.
understand if there's 1minute and 40 seconds left. When there's
Or
3
30
or 5 seconds left, you can't do anything. It's not possible to catch up.
Or the or no, even if there's 30 seconds left, the right call would be kick the field goal and try to get the onside and do a Hail
If
Mary.
there's 30 seconds, yeah, that's fine. Anything under 10, you don't have enough time.
Yeah, because even if you recover the onside, there's going to be a
It's gonna
second.
take 3 or 4 seconds to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. C. Rice says Geno Smith didn't throw a pick last night and got hurt. Bureau curse. Yeah, he was texting me about that. Yeah, so that's just shady, dude. That looks weird, gross. I'm glad.
I'm just saying that looks real funny to me.
Yeah. Broncos though 11-2. They're the 1 seed right now.
Still don't feel like
I need us to beat the Bills and the Broncos to lose to someone else, because the Broncos, if both the Broncos and Patriots win out, they hold all the tiebreakers over us to get the 1 seed.
Okay.
So we have to finish 1 game above them this season, and we've got the Bills and the Ravens next. And I shouldn't be really too worried about either of those, but for some odd reason, I still, as bad as the Ravens look, I still am nervous about that game.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be nervous about that one. That feels like one they could show up for.
I think it's in New England, though, both games.
That helps.
Oh, well, we're undefeated on the road. I'd rather play on the road, you know what I mean? No, at Baltimore. Okay. Bears get a 20, or Packers get a 28-21 win against the Bears, man. This was a good game. Bears fought back in the second half. It just
they did. Sorry. I was looking at them. Tennessee's playing Illinois in a bowl game.
I haven't looked at the bowl matchups yet. We can do that next.
Beat my head in the wall. Stupid shit.
Yeah, Packers ended up defeating the Bears there. They're back in leading the division. Bears went, dude. The Bears went from the 1 seed to the 7 seed. That's how tight everything is in the NFC. That crazy?
The 1 seed to the 7 seed?
With that loss.
Wow. What a big draw. That's crazy how close that is.
Johnny said my Packers nearly blew it again last night. Yeah, I thought the Bears were going to get a win here, but good on the Packers. I still don't know about this Packers team, dude. I don't
know about any of these teams in the NFC North.
I don't know about any of these teams in the league.
I'm telling you, it's very
other than I know the Rams are good. They won 45-17.
They're good. I know they're good. I do.
That's the one that we were all like, dude, the public loves a blowout here, and we think they're right. And they were.
Yeah, they got it. Wound up getting it by the hook, but
yeah. And then just because we're short on time, we already talked about the Eagles Chargers. I have the Chargers tonight. I think they get it done. I just don't trust that Eagles team on the road without Jalen Carter. I've seen that story a couple times.
Yeah, I'm on the Chargers tonight in that one too. I do expect them. I like them on the money line. I'd take the 2.5 because weird shit happens in the NFL, but I'll probably put 2 units on the 2.5 and 1 unit on the money line there. But I do like the Chargers at home tonight, man. I think the Eagles are a little bit fraudulent too.
I'm either going to cook up a same game parlay on this one, or take an alt line of Chargers -6.5 or something.
Ooh, that could be a good one.
Just for some plus money. I want a
That
plus
could be a
money
good
bet on top of my Chargers bet.
Yeah.
But yeah, weird day, weird week in the NFL. I knew it was going to be funky, and I just happened to pick everything wrong.
I don't know how that goes.
And the ones I got right, I needed a miracle to get right. But even then, like the Bills screwed up I lost that by a hook. I mean, just God, what are we doing?
Dude, I hate the NFL. I'm up over 50 units in college football this year. I think I'm down over 40 in the NFL.
Yeah. That's how it goes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I love these memes.
Those are the best, dude.
Stupid StreamYard, man. They always do you lost audio. Does that happen to you a lot too?
Yeah.
You lose audio?
Yeah, it says that.
I always have to, even though I'm not showing audio right now, I just never know if I'm going to need something with audio, and I'll forget that it.
I know, because I always like exit out where it tells you got a big red box up there in the top or something. I always close that out.
Yeah, this was that play, by the way. So he catches it right there, and then the defender decides to come up and like hold him down, like we're wrestling. Like this is collegiate wrestling.
God almighty, dude.
Slap the ball out of his hand. Like, you can't do that, dude.
He must have had Broncos -7.5.
He must have. Did you see that Luke Falk wants to be our coach?
Who?
A guy that was a quarterback while I was there, Luke Falk. He threw for like 5,000 something yards and led the league in passing yards and whatnot.
Let him, man. Why not? He'll hang out for
I'm not going to defame this guy, but there were rumors, and I might have seen this, that he was doing all the Molly while we were there. So much so that the drug dealer that I knew, not that I bought drugs from this guy or anything. He was one of our my best friend always bought his drugs from this guy, but he was just one of the guys that, like, one of our friends that hung out with us.
Yeah, friendly neighborhood guy.
He had to cut him off. He's like, dude, you were the quarterback. You need to slow down.
You're the quarterback. You got to stop doing all the Molly.
Allegedly. I might have been in the room.
Oh, that's fair. Allegedly. That's awesome.
All right, let's get to it, Crick. I'll give you enough time to warm up. This was that one. Snubbed.
Conference championships don't matter.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm going to let you rant and talk about this. You know me. I actually am not I'm not mad at this. I'm not going to argue it, though, because I feel like it's senseless. I'm just going to let people be mad who are mad, because I've been mad plenty with the college football committee over the years. I actually like this bracket, but I understand why people are mad, but there's no point in arguing. It's set in stone. But go ahead. What do you think?
I mean, it ain't going nowhere. We can sit and be pissed off and rant and yell and rave and all that stuff, but we can get happy in them same fucking pants we got mad in, because it is the way it is. I still don't understand for the life of me how you justify putting Alabama in there. Okay, we don't want to punish teams for the conference championship. Yada, yada, yada. Well, you wind up punishing BYU for theirs. You didn't reward anybody for winning them. So I don't understand why we're playing them anymore, because the way Georgia dominated that game, there's several different things they got wrong here. I'm not saying Ohio State's not the number 2 team in the country, but I'm saying what Georgia did against a good Alabama team in the SEC championship game warranted enough to jump over whoever the Big Ten championship loser was, no matter how bad they lost. They lost in the fashion they did by a field goal, yada, yada, yada. Georgia still did enough in that game to warrant jumping up to 2. Now, that wouldn't have mattered all that much. But the big thing is when you go down the line there, and I knew if it came down to Notre Dame and Alabama, they were going to wind up Notre Dame and Miami. I knew they were going to put Miami in, because the head-to-head does have to matter for something. Now, granted, do I think Miami is the better team than Notre Dame? No, I do not. I don't. I think if they played the game again on the field today, I think Notre Dame beats them by 2+ touchdowns, but it don't matter. You already played it once this year. The head-to-head's got to count for something. The problem I have is with Alabama. I'm sorry, but you lost to that Florida State team who didn't even make a bowl game down there in the first game of the season. That game to Oklahoma, yeah, it was a close game, but you turned the ball over like 4 or 5 times in that game. That's why you lost that damn game by 2 points. And then you go down to the SEC championship and you get absolutely embarrassed, man. Absolutely embarrassed. You didn't even have a touchdown until the fourth quarter when you were already down by 3 damn touchdowns. And Georgia's playing their third string 4 stars at this point, man. And that was a disgusting performance. There was nothing that warranted them to be able to not drop at all. At the very least, they should have dropped behind Miami to 10. There's no way you can justify leaving them in the exact same spot when you got absolutely beat like children.
I think the only thing I get your argument on that. If I was to make a counter argument, if you look at Alabama's strength of schedule, strength of record, and the fact that they were the only team in the country that beat 4 ranked teams in a row, I think I'm not saying that justifies it. I'm saying that would be the counter argument of like their quality wins and what they did during the season.
Well, here's the thing.
All know they're not playing as good as they were in the middle of the season.
If you have an SEC team up against any other team, the SEC team is always going to have the better strength of schedule because they play in the best conference. That's part of it. You know what you signed up for when you went to Alabama. I understand the strength of schedule, and then if you look at Notre Dame and Miami on the other side, the head-to-head obviously got to count for something, but Notre Dame's metrics are better in every category.
But they should be. They should be, but with the teams that they put those numbers up on.
But the real problem here is the fact that you have Tulane and James Madison in this bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those teams should be in.
That should be BYU, and that should be BYU and Notre Dame.
You should have BYU. You should have or a Vandy, or that Notre Dame team sitting there. There's other teams that would literally all of those teams we just mentioned, Vandy, Notre Dame, BYU, all of those teams beat this Tulane and these James Madison teams. They beat them by 2+ touchdowns. Oregon is a 21.5 point favorite in the first round of the playoffs. I'm about to bet Oregon to make a run to the national championship because I think they're in the best spot because they don't have to take a bye. They get basically a warm-up game and stuff, but they're still going to be playing football. They're still going to be tuned up out there. I think they're going to beat Texas Tech right off the rip. And I think if Oregon gets a rematch with that Indiana team, I think Oregon gets them the next time around.
Yeah, I'm curious about them. So we can just put that to bed then. We agree on like the JMU and Tulane shouldn't be in there. Yeah. We're never going to agree on the Alabama stuff. I think the head-to-head matters with Miami.
I just want to if the conference championships really don't mean nothing, let's do away with them or at least add some games for those teams like Vandy and Miami and Notre Dame, all those teams that aren't playing this weekend. Let's at least get those games playing so we know. Yeah.
By the way, shout out to Robert Barnes, Sports Picks. He gave out Miami and JMU to get in. Did you see that this week?
Yeah, I did.
JMU at one point, I think when he gave it out, he said it was down to like 3 cents, and he said bet it all the way up to 35.
Yeah, they had to have Duke win that game. I didn't see Duke winning that game. That's how fraudulent the ACC is.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew once it came down to Miami and Notre Dame and the ACC already not having a team in there, they would much rather leave Notre Dame out because that's going to piss off a lot less people as far as money goes. Because you look at the ACC, whatever team gets in there, they got to split that money with the rest of the teams in the conference. So you not only piss off Miami, but you piss off all those other teams in the ACC too because they don't get their little slice of the pie.
And let's be honest, there was some politicking going on there because if you're one of these people in the other conferences, now maybe not the SEC or the Big Ten, but you're the Big 12 or whatnot, there might be a year that you're in that same situation as the ACC, and you don't want them to remember that you left them out. You know what I mean?
And
that's a lot of money.
Next year, the rules change too to where it's guaranteed that the ACC, SEC, Big 10, and Big 12 champions all get an automatic bid. And also, if Notre Dame is in the top 12, they also get an automatic bid. So that'll change in 2026. So this bracket would look totally different if that was the case. You'd have Duke in there over James Madison. You'd have Notre Dame in there over somebody.
I was talking with Steps that Notre Dame should just go join the Pac-12 now that it's back. And I'm like, there you go. You're in a conference. Go win that.
And just win every game in that thing by 40 points every year. Be like, hell, we won our conference by 8,000 points.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't have to debate and argue over the. I was a little shocked that Ohio State was too, but 3-point game. They had more yards. If you look at the stat, if you had, I'm not too mad that the Georgia, Ohio State, whatever. I mean,
I just wanted to see them put them at 2 and 3 respectively. There,
either way, if they end up seeing each other, they would still be on the path to meet each other anyways in the semis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and the opponent really isn't going to be. I mean, whether you're playing Ole Miss or you're playing an A&M or a Miami, it's kind of all the same.
Yeah, they're all same caliber team.
And it's not like there's a home field once you get to the semi, so it'll work itself out.
Yeah, you're on a neutral side after that.
Let's talk about these games though, Let's talk about the potential matchups that we could get.
Okay.
Who do you like if the 4 favorites make it to the semis? Which last year none of them made it to the semis, and we got to talk about that too. But if it's Indiana, Texas Tech, Ohio State, Georgia, who do you like in that spot?
Indiana, Texas Tech. I would like the under in that damn game.
No, I mean like
I know I'm
end up winning the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm just 4 left.
I'm telling you, man. I think Oregon. I don't think it's going to be Indiana, Texas Tech. If all the favorites win, yeah, theoretically. I mean, I think in that spot, I would probably like Indiana against.
I might
Texas
take a shot at. I might if that
I'd have
plays
to see
out.
the line.
I might take a shot at Tech.
Yeah, I'd have to see the line there. But once again, I watched all those damn teams that got buys last year come out, start real slow, look real sluggish, and find themselves in a big hole by halftime that they just couldn't get out of. And I think you might wind up seeing a similar type thing again, man, especially with Texas Tech running a team like Oregon, who might already be cranked up and ready to go. And Indiana ain't got an easy matchup no matter who they get.
No, they don't. And I'm excited for that. We get an Alabama-Oklahoma rematch. I think both teams needed a break. Obviously, Oklahoma's going to have a little bit longer of a break than Alabama. But I think both teams need to, like, rest for a month and kind of regather and get some practices in,
Well, they won't get a month. They'll get 11 days.
Oh, is that when the first round is? 11 days?
Yep. Friday, December 19th.
Oh,
not this
then
Friday.
I would give a more advantage to Oklahoma in that spot because I keep saying that team offensively, they just need to kind of heal and rest. I mean, I know their offense hasn't looked great down the stretch, but Mateer before he got injured was the Heisman front runner. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he's got it in him. You know,
I put a little half unit on Alabama yesterday because I had to miss the playoffs and all that stuff. I wound up betting them a half unit at plus 3,000 to win the national championship because I was like, hell, dude, if they get in the field, this is going to shrink up quite a bit. It was already down to plus 2,000 right after they released the
Alabama.
Yeah. So I jumped on it at plus 3,000 because I was like, hell, everything else is saying they're going to put them in here. I know if they put them in, those odds are going to get better.
I bet Oklahoma plus 3,000 yesterday.
I might turn around and do that too.
Yeah, whoever comes out of that, I mean, I like them against Indiana. Not saying I think they'll win, but I mean they've got a puncher's chance at least. Ole Miss, Tulane.
This way of saying there's two teams that probably didn't deserve to be in here because I don't necessarily know that Oklahoma did either, and they're going to make them play each other right off the rip and get rid of the fraudulent one.
Yeah. What's the line on Ole Miss, Tulane?
It is Ole Miss minus 16.5.
See, I'm excited because I'm excited to see the Ole Miss Georgia rematch. That was a good game. It was a good game this season. It's going to be a good rematch there.
Ole Miss whipped them for 3 quarters.
Yep. Alabama, Oklahoma is going to be a fun little rematch. I'm excited to see the Miami A&M game.
I don't hate that one
because I feel like A&M was a little bit overrated all season because of the competition they had. So they got a good chance to prove themselves against ACC team here.
Yeah, I think A&M and the winner of that game gets the consolation prize of being able to play the Buckeyes in the second round. I think I like A&M in this game.
I can't overlook the fact that last year the Buckeyes lost to Michigan, and that's kind of what like woke them up, and then they went on a tear.
And that just happened again.
I think that even although that could be the case this year, why do I not feel confident in Ohio State? I don't know why.
Dude, I thought I was going to be slick, and I was like, hell yeah, dude. After Ohio State lost it, and I was like, we'll get a little bit better odds on winning the national championship. Hell no, they're still the favorite.
Yeah.
God almighty, dude.
That's going to be a run, though. If they have to go through A&M, Georgia, and then whoever comes out of the top, that'll be a run.
I did bet Georgia yesterday at plus 750. They're down to plus 600. So I think I'm gonna bet Oregon at plus 752.
Yeah. Yeah. What is Tech plus 750 as well?
Tech is plus 800.
That Tech defense, dude. I mean, they spent a lot of money. That's a good
bunch
defense.
of money. As much as anybody else, it's money well spent too. They bought good players. That's the thing. You can spend all the money you want. You don't buy good players, don't mean shit.
I've been pumping up Oregon all year long, and now even with the easy path, I'm nervous about them making a run here. But I do think there is something to playing that first week.
And especially when you get a damn warm-up game. You're playing an FK. Hey, just think that they would have had to pay James Madison $1.6 million to come up there and get an ass whooping if it's in the regular season. Now they got to come. Well, they don't come for free because they got a pretty good little payday too. But at least Oregon don't have to pay that money.
Can we talk about the other thing that came out of this? I'm curious of what you think. Now, I know Notre Dame doesn't need the money, but this just seems like some crybaby shit, dude. Notre Dame not accepting the bowl bid.
Like this.
I don't like this.
That
is a disservice to the kids, a disservice to the fans.
That's a bitch move.
It is a huge, huge bitch move. And honestly, it kind of makes me think that this helps the community's argument. You know, this helps the community's argument because now it's like these guys are scared if they were to get matched up against BYU or something like that. I don't know who they would have projected. It would have been another good.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you not want to go play one more game against another respectable opponent and prove that you belonged in that thing? I understand you're upset.
They knew that they actually weren't good enough. That's what I think it shows. They are showing everyone that we're actually a little bit fraudulent, and the committee got it right.
You can take it that way if you want to, but I do agree with you. I think you're sending a really bad message right here. So what you're telling is all those kids that are on that Notre Dame squad, what you're telling them is that every time life hits you in the mouth, every time life doesn't go your way, it's a little unfair, that you're supposed to just lay down and quit. You're supposed to just take your ball and go home. It didn't go your way, so I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to go the fuck home. That's bullshit, dude. That's a pussy-ass bitch move. What you should be doing is getting out there, getting geared up, practicing, ready to go to play another good football team because they would have put you against BYU or Vandy or something like that. It would have been another team that was supposed to be in the playoff, and that would have been a great football game for the fans. You would earn more money for your university, more money for the NIL funds and all that stuff. And the only message you're sending to me right here is that you bitch out when things don't go your way.
Yeah, it's a terrible look. I'm curious what Steps thinks about that too. I haven't asked.
I'll send it in just a minute, Grass Guy. I haven't got it set up yet. I'll have to set it up in just a second. I'll send it to you.
Terp says you get your SEC D writing wish as usual. You got him with 3
losses. I don't
losses.
like that. I'm not about that. I know y'all think.
No, he's talking about me. He's saying me.
Okay. I was going to say, I was like, I'm an SEC guy. I love the Volunteers through and through. Been bleeding orange since the day I was born. I don't believe in all this SEC bias bullshit. I mean, I know it's a real thing. I don't think it should be a thing. I don't. I think it's horse shit they let Alabama in that fucking thing. I don't want to see just because you're in the SEC doesn't give you an automatic spot in there.
Well, that's the thing too. We're arguing over teams getting in that are, let's be honest, not going to win the title.
No, they're not. Ain't none of them teams winning the title.
I look at the third loss different, but I know everyone doesn't because of how bad Alabama played. But they still have a really good resume.
If you were in the game, and ever had a chance, but you never once had a chance in that thing. Georgia was up on you 14-0 at the half. They just kept it on you. Huh?
Oh, I know. The most hilarious thing would be if Alabama ended up winning the title this year. Because then
I wouldn't be mad now. I hedged out of it. I'm mad at myself for not, because I was staring at Notre Dame yesterday, dude, and I was looking at it before the show, and it was like Notre Dame to miss the playoffs was 10-1. Which was better than what I had on Alabama. I only had 9-1 Alabama, and I was like, dude, you got to fire a little bit at that just in case. Because that was the only way I could really get screwed was if Notre Dame got left out. And I was like, they're not leaving them out, dude. Don't bet that damn thing. And I didn't bet it. What a dumbass.
Yeah, I know. I cashed out of mine at 25 cents before and took my money, and then it crashed all the way back down to 10 cents, like you said. And I was like, I was shocked. I was shocked they left them out, but
I mean, I am too. I felt so bad for Steps there in that spot.
Real quick.
Tell me about crypto.com, man.
I'm going to tell you about crypto.com. Let's be clear. Cryptocurrency is no longer emerging. It's here, and this latest move cements that in reality in the biggest way yet. Trump Media Group just inked a massive $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's top crypto platform. They're teaming up to scoop up $6.4 billion in CRO, the powerhouse token that fuels fast, low-fee DeFi, staking rewards, and real-world perks like cash back on your spends to launch America's first CRO treasury. When it's done, this new company will be the biggest CRO holder out there. You want in on the action? Head to Crypto.com today and grab some CRO. Let's make crypto great again.
Booyah.
I signed up. I'm in on that. You should go check it out. Consider it. Yeah, that Notre Dame thing kind of made me mad. It made me laugh more than anything because I'm like, okay, you guys are just, that's like you said, you're sending the wrong message.
I agree.
Did you see Marcus Freeman? His odds jumped up to be the next head coach of the New York Giants.
Oh, he shouldn't do that.
He randomly, I saw it yesterday. He became like a heavy favorite over Mike McCarthy.
How do you think he feels about skipping the bowl game? I got a feeling that wasn't him.
You think it was from the higher ups?
I do.
I would want to think a coach would want to, especially a coach of his.
Football coaches want to coach, man.
Yeah, and you want those extra practices.
Yes, that's the thing. You're ruining. You're taking away an extra month's worth of practice for you too.
Yeah,
I got a feeling that might be why those odds jumped up. He might be a little pissed off about this situation.
Maybe
he doesn't strike me as the type of guy that would like that.
Yeah. Don't bet on Bama. Yeah, Bama's got a horrific path to win the title. It's just so does Oklahoma. I like Oklahoma, but that's a tough path.
I mean, you look at the bracket. I mean, anybody has got to. You got to have to beat some good teams to get through that thing.
Yeah, but like you were saying, I mean, Oregon and Tech have the easiest path to get to the title.
I think this would be more.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good spot.
That's what I'm thinking, man. I think that would be a better deal than. They're going to let Mike Tomlin leave on his own accord.
We will a little bit. Yeah. Well, it's set. I haven't looked at the bowl games. We'll dive into them. I'll look at them today, and we can talk about them tomorrow. Who your balls got?
Illinois.
Why they got to do orange on us like that?
Ah, man, I don't know. I don't even know where we're playing at. I told y'all it was going to be some stupid thing like that. I'm just surprised they didn't give us Iowa.
Who did Iowa get?
Vandy.
Good game.
Vandy will beat their stupid ass.
I always hate these, like looking at the bowl games, because it's like you get excited for a couple of them and then you realize like half the players leave or don't play in it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'll be better this year since the transfer portal doesn't open up until like January 2nd. Last year it was opening up on December 20th, like the same day the playoff games and shit were happening. So a lot of those bowl games were going to be played. Those guys had to make the call. That's why they moved the transfer portal window, so you didn't have as much of this. So I'm hoping maybe that affects it some.
Yeah, but there's always the players that sit out because of the draft and whatnot.
Yeah, you think this is going to lead to some changes in the CFP?
I would hope. They got to do something. Real quick, I wanted to run through this. I forgot to do this. Denver in the AFC. Denver's your 1 seed. New England 2 seed. Jacksonville 3. Pittsburgh 4. Bills 5. Chargers 6. Texans 7. It feels like these teams are dead. The Colts, it feels like they're done. It feels like the Ravens are done. Chiefs are done. Somehow the Miami Dolphins are still in the mix.
Like you said, always in the hunt.
They're always in the hunt, and they actually, I kid you not, Crick, they could squeak in as a 7 seed. I mean, they have Steelers, Bengals, Bucks, Patriots.
If you can still
as well as they're playing right now, that's not crazy.
If you can still bet the Bucks to miss the playoffs plus money, do it.
Probably should. I wonder what money we could get on the Dolphins making the playoffs.
Let's see.
If I told you they beat the Steelers next week, would you be shocked? No. If I told you they won in a shootout with the Bengals, would you be shocked? No. If I told them they beat your Bucks, would you be shocked? No.
I'm going to be shocked for anybody to beat
Week 18, you never know. The Patriots might not be playing for anything.
It's true, too. They may not be playing for anything. Yeah, I would take – oh, God, you can get the Bucks to miss the playoffs at plus 225 right now.
That actually not a bad bet.
That's not a bad bet at all, dude. I think Bucks are in trouble.
Instead of having to try to guess of like which game they're going to lose against
Against a bad team.
Against the Panthers because they're going to play twice.
Yep.
You just
Yeah, I
take
think you just bet the Bucks plus 225 miss playoffs.
I want to see something real quick. To make the playoffs, you can get. Oh, come on, dude. Load. There we go. Dude, people are still betting Kansas City to make the playoffs. That's insane. Dude, you can get Miami 20-1 to make the playoffs. I might take a stab at that.
Might be worth throwing $5 on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I could see that. Well, 5 to put 105 back in the account.
Yeah, I'm thinking that might not be a bad move there. And then NFC, you have the Rams 1 seed, Packers 2 seed, Eagles 3, Bucks 4, Seahawks. God, 10-3 Seahawks are the 5 seed. That's a team no one wants to play. Niners are your 6 seed and your Bears are your 7 seed. You got the Lions, Panthers, somehow the Cowboys on the outside looking in.
Who'd you say nobody wanted to play?
Seahawks.
Oh, absolutely. And hell, they hope they wind up getting down that way so they can go on the road round 1.
The Seahawks are the second favorite, I think, to win the Super Bowl in the betting market, and they're the 5 seed.
Because they're in the division of the Rams.
And they're going to have to go play either the Bucks or the Panthers round 1 of the playoffs.
I did not want to see that. They beat us like a damn drum.
Yeah. All right. Did you say your stream's not set up yet?
The stream's set up. I got to go over and set up the studio real quick. Grask, I'll send you the invite in just a minute, man.
All right. You go do that. We'll come raid you.
All right, chat. Y'all have a good day, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow, sir. You be safe out there, and we'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy Santa Claus tonight, man.
I will. You have a good one, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Let's go raid Crick's Corner. I realize I have to get to work. Let's go raid Crick's Corner. They're going to go over there, complain about the college football committee some more. Grass guy's probably going to make fun of me. It's okay. It's okay. Well, let's go show them some love. 924 followers. We got to get them to a 1,000 here. Make sure you hit the like. Say hello in the chat. Oh, God, I can't even spell raid right. There we go. Hit the repost. Get in here. This will be epic. There we go. The show continues over at Crick's Corner. Cricket Grass Guy going out. We'll be back tomorrow, recap Monday Night Football and take a look at some of the bowl games. We got to talk a little. We don't have highlight till Friday, but we got to talk about the championship match. I'm excited for that one. Later, Johnny. Have a good one. The greatest show is next week when Cricket goes live for the Army-Navy game. Oh, remind me of that tomorrow. I'll bring that up to Cricket tomorrow. But go rate them, guys. We'll be back tomorrow morning bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time as always. But until then, good luck, good gambling, and game on.